right, making the commute into the studio this morning. It's a beautiful day out. Gonna have a little fun in the studio with the GX680 and do a little light painting on some product today. Just kind of playing around, having some fun. Still under the COVID-19 lockdown, which I really want to end so I can start shooting again and being back out on the road. But anyway, today we're just gonna have some fun and do a little light painting. I'll show you how I do that and how I put it all together in the end. And I'll see you inside the studio. All right, as I was saying in the car, we're gonna mess around with the Fuji GX680 in the studio today. So I'm gonna get everything set up and lit, not lit, but everything set up. And then I'll show you how I'm gonna paint with light and then build it all together in Photoshop today for this little fun little idea. I had to shoot some toilet paper today just because the craziness that's, why is toilet paper such in short supply and high demand? I can't even figure it out. It's not like everybody, I don't know. It's just a weird thing why that's in such high demand. I can't believe it. But anyway, I'm gonna get everything set up and cameras ready, and then I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do. All right, let's do it. All right, got everything set up now. Camera's up, computer's up, the set's out there. I got it all dialed in. Strobes are up for the first base image that I work off of, so that I use that as my base image. And then I use the flashlight to go in and light the specific areas that I'm looking to light that you couldn't do with strobes unless you had a whole bunch of them. And this is really controlled this way, so each flashlight hit that I do, that I paint with, is its own separate image, and then I build it all in Photoshop. You could possibly do it all in one long exposure, but this way it's much cleaner and much more controlled, and I know exactly what I'm getting, because while I'm shooting, I look at the computer as it pops up, I see the image I like. If I don't like it, I shoot it again, I mess around. You just kind of do it to your liking, and again, just have fun with it and just create whatever you want to create. But I'll show you with the light. It'll be a little dark out there, but you'll see kind of what's going on, and we'll go from that. So let's get started. Okay, I forgot to say something. When you're about to start shooting with the flashlight, you need to make sure you turn the model light off of your strobes so it doesn't affect the exposure of the light of the flashlight, so got to do that. Then I spin my computer so I can see it while I'm shooting and doing the flashlight thing to our set out there. So, okay, let's get to it. Okay, so now we're going to get the base image, which we get right there. Then we're going to turn the strobes off. Okay, now we have the strobes off, so now we'll start painting and do some exposures with that. Then I just kind of work my way around, hitting different angles. Until I find what I like. And it can be as many shots as you want. You can even be in the shot because you're just going to be taking just a portion of what you want out of each image. And then you can see whether you like the light, you don't like the light, and you can just put it all together when you're done. Okay, I've got Kapture One open now, and we're going to go through and start making some of the selects from the different individual captures that we took with the flashlight. So first off, I find my base image and then work my way around from there and just select the ones I like and the ones I know I'm going to want to work with to build this shot with all the different painting with the light I did. So I'll do that now, and so I just kind of go in and I red dot which ones I like, which ones I know I'm going to use. Just click through there real quick, make some selects. I've already processed out a few of these already, but we'll just kind of show you what I do normally. Pick these, pick that, just kind of scroll through, find the ones I like, highlight them, boom, and then make a little adjustment. I adjusted the contrast a little bit, brought in the shadows just a touch, and then process them out. Just like that, into the folder. Then we'll go into, open up Photoshop and start going from there. Now that we've got everything processed out of Kapture One, now in Photoshop, and I've got my base image up, I start, I've already got a few layers here. I've already played around with it, built this thing a little bit, so I wouldn't have to show you everything, but I basically start with the first layer, my base layer that I have there, then I grab one of the images I like, take a selection from it that I know I want to use, like this guy right here all the way down. Then I just grab the move tool, hold down the shift key, slide this over my base layer, and then release, and it puts it right in the same position centered up where it was on the shot because the camera never moved or anything. Then I just grab my eraser and I just go around and start erasing what I don't want on the image and just kind of lay it over. Just erase like that, come across the top here, down the side, and just start building in the piece by piece. And you can just kind of see what that did already right there. And this is, I'm just going to go kind of fast. Build that in like that. Then I grab another image, which I like that nice little hot spot right there. Select that. Bring that in. Hold down the shift key, drag it in. Release, boom, right there. Erase again to the size you like, whatever. And you just kind of erase the layers to drop in. This is doing this very fast, just to kind of show you what I'm doing. And I just kind of build that in again. You can see what I just added there, nice little hot spot on the edge there. Then I just kind of add in other areas by dragging in more layers that I like. And you can kind of see what's working, what doesn't. Light up the little holes. Light up the front there, and then light up both holes so you can see that. Light up another hole back in there. A little more background, bring that in. just all the different areas you can see by the layers, what I'm bringing in. And that's just by grabbing the individual areas that I want to bring in from each shot I painted in, and just work those around, bring in that light, and just feather it in. And that's basically how I do it. You're going to end up with your final image looking like that. Okay, I hope you like that. A little tutorial on painting with light. It's the way I do it. It's fun. I've done it on cars with strobes, using strobes instead of a flashlight. Same principle, just shooting what you like, see it on the computer as you go, and picking which image you want to go where, and just experimenting until you get it right. I mean, it's whatever you really want to do, as long as you're having fun with it. It's a cool way to create something that's a little bit tougher to do with just the strobe lights, and you need snoots and all these other little things. That's a little more tedious, I guess, on the front shooting end. This is a little more tedious on the back end, putting it all together. Again, you could try it with one really long exposure and just paint as you go. This way is a little more, I can be a lot more precise, not a lot more precise on where I'm getting the light and how I'm cutting it in and everything else. But again, hope you enjoyed it. Everybody stay safe and healthy. Till next time, I'm out.